welcome to the Passport to Success podcast, where this week's podcast we'll be chatting about how Moz have updated their domain authority and about Pinterest and their shopping updates. I'm Becca.
And I'm Simon from Passport to Success, the platform built by industry experts designed to help, advise, guide and support entrepreneurs and small business owners to success.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the newest podcast. So, as with everything, every week we're going to give you a tool that you can use in your marketing. What have you got for us this week, Simon?
So this week we have a tool called Missing Letter.
Missing letter.
The letter missing in that title is the E.
The second E.
Yeah. So what it is it helps generate traffic for your website. So it puts it on an autopilot sort of mode. So say, for example, so it all starts with your blog posts. What Missing Letter can do, it detects when you've uploaded a new blog. Mm-hmm. It then scans the post for any quotes, relatable content, imagery, etc. that it thinks will work well on social platforms. Every piece of social media content has a link back to it, whatever they post. It has a link back to your blog, making sure that it drives traffic towards your blog. And then it helps reduce any painful and time-consuming tasks. This just brings it's all done automatically through this platform. And cool. It then combines, so what it does is, it's over a 12-month period. So what Missing Letter does, it creates, with all the content that you have, it creates a social content sort of campaign over the 12 months, which you can review and edit as you please. It's not just limited to whatever Missing Letter suggests. You can tweak and change areas that you might not be happy with. And then throughout the campaign, the content's drip fed out onto social media, so it ultimately maximises the impact and attempts to drive traffic towards the blogs and your website. It's quite an interesting tool. It is, if you can either try it for one of your websites, which is $22 a month, or if you're a business and you have numerous websites that you'd like to try it on, it's £80 a month. It does take a lot of the time-consuming tasks which could be better spent elsewhere out of the scenario, which is really handy. And
it may sound a lot, $80 a month, but if you put that in time of you scheduling and writing, and it could actually work out better for you, especially if you're doing several blog posts.
Exactly. So that's for the business one as well. So if you're a business one and you've got multiple businesses, multiple websites to look at, you're going to easily get your money back from £80 a month in time, and then that time you can spend better elsewhere in your business, which
awesome.
So it is really good. It's a really good little tool that could be worth trying out. The website is missingletter.com. So the Missing Letter is the second E in letter, if that makes sense.
Missing Letter.
Yeah. Missingletter.com.
That's it. Yes. Also, we are going to talk about Moz, and they have updated their domain authority. Now, you've done the research on this, Simon.
Yes. So
what's happened?
So what has happened is Moz has updated their domain authority. So you can go onto Moz and you can search for a website. Could be your website, could be a competitor's website, and it'll pop up with their page authority and their domain authority. And what's happened is they've done a bit of a tweak. And some people's domain authority has dropped from what it previously was on Moz to what it is now, and a lot of people are starting to panic, thinking that it's going to affect the Google rankings. But basically nothing's going to happen. Google is completely separate from Moz.
Right.
They've got absolutely nothing to do with each other. It's just that they've had a bit of a tweak, bit of a tinker with their platform, and if your domain authority is dropped, it's nothing really to worry about. Your Google ranking will stay exactly the same.
Okay.
All you need to remember is that any of the DA score checkers, whatever you use, we've used Ahrefs previously, Moz, I can't remember, not off the top of my head, those two are the main two that we've used anyway. They've got no relation to Google rankings at all. So, excuse me, if your DA does drop, it won't affect where you're positioned on Google.
Right.
So there's absolutely nothing to panic about. There's no need to panic. Panic gets you nowhere. You just need to accept that they've tinkered around with it. And if you didn't know this and you've gone onto Moz and you've searched and you've seen that it's dropped down, you might be a bit like, oh, what's going on? But nothing to worry about. It's completely normal. It's fine. They've just had a bit of a tinker. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, good. Okay, so that's not doom and gloom.
No.
Cool, and we are going to look at Pinterest as well.
Cool.
And Pinterest might not be your first thoughts when it comes to like a social media platform to do with business.
Yes.
If you don't know Pinterest, it is basically scrapbooking but online.
Yes.
So you create your boards, which you then search for pins, and you pin things to your board. So you save images and links to your board.
What's the board called? Like a mood board? Is it
it's
similar
like
to
a
that?
mood board, like a reality board people call them. It's like a mood board, scrapbooking, all done online.
Okay.
And your pins are photos or links to things that you like. So when I was planning my wedding, I'm sure pretty much any millennial girl or boy who's planning their wedding has probably got a wedding Pinterest board. Mine was secret for a long time, and then when Ben finally proposed, then it became public. And you can have collaborators on it, so your friends can collaborate with you. So I had my bridesmaids on it, and we would pin things. It was stuff to do with decorations, flowers, like even dresses, shoes, themes, table plans. So it's a really good tool to help you.
Very good visual tool, yeah.
If you are visual, it's really good to help pull things together. And one thing that has existed, but now they're starting to roll it out more, is shopping on Pinterest. So you can scroll for clothes or fashion, furniture. I've got a clothes board and I've got a furniture board. And there are now ways that shopping is easier on Pinterest. It is where they've slowly been bringing it out, and now this is their catalogues and more shopping announcement that they've just done. So it is more spaces to shop and personalised recommendations for style and home decor. They have browsable sections of products that are in stock for specific brands.
Okay.
And there's a shopping search as well. So they're launching catalogues and shopping updates as well. So brands can plug their products into new shopping spaces and have them seen by the users of Pinterest, which are in the millions.
I suppose it takes a lot of bit of time out as well. You know, you might see something you like on Pinterest and having to search for it.
Yeah, so I did that. I've done that before, where I've seen something on Pinterest and I couldn't quite find where it was. So then I had to go searching for it, and then you go to their website, then you add the product to your checkout, then you buy it. One of the updates is that the shopping ads are available to all businesses through self-serve tools Ad Manager. Okay. And once you're on Pinterest, you can promote it like an ad. Made.com are doing it quite well, which are furniture. And that fits really well with Pinterest because people are browsing home decor inspiration. You can pin some furniture that you like. And the way that the shopping now happens is you can then add it directly to the cart on the website.
It's just a better tool for businesses and customers. It just makes everything so much easier.
Yeah,
You could be browsing, a customer could be browsing, see your product, like your product, add it to their bag.
This works really well for clothing brands, and it's really good for furniture brands as well. Like I know, for example, if I'm looking for something for the house, I will go on Pinterest, and you can then buy it. It's taking out that step of you see it, you then visit the website, then you add it to your cart. You can directly add it to your cart.
Yeah, you need to think about the customer experience as well. Pinterest, again, obviously it's visual, so people are looking at your product, service, etc., and they're really they're pinning it because they like it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're pinning it, and it's 9 times out of 10 it's because they really like it. And if you're managing to make their customer experience so much easier and more enjoyable because it's such a fluid system, then why aren't they going to buy more?
Yeah. You can also shop for a brand, so there's a new dedicated section that retailers can have, and it's underneath product pins, and you'll be able to then look into the other products that are available from that brand, so it's kind of like clustering them together. There's also personalised shopping recommendations, so you can then see ideas that are related to what you've been saving. There's something similar to that anyway on Pinterest, where there are suggested boards. Because you've pinned this, we might suggest this. But this is more in-depth when it comes to things that you specifically looked at in terms of shopping. And then you can quickly add the pin to your board or click the pin to go straight to the checkout on the retailer's site. And brands can upload their full catalogue to Pinterest, and you can turn the products into the pins. And also the ads are just going to be a bit more easier for people to run, and you can do a shopping search. You can search for a product like men's watches, and the shopping results will appear on the top of the feed.
Oh, that's good.
So it's just making it
at least it's separate as well from, at least they're making it separate from the actual images. I assume the images compared to the shopping results. Shopping results are at the top of the page, then the images are below that. So
they have said that this is just the beginning. Keep an eye on more updates that they've said on this announcement.
Better, isn't it?
As with anything, when it's new, there might be glitches. Things happen like that. So it's really interesting to see what's going to come more of shopping on Pinterest.
It might be.
God, if this existed when I was planning my wedding.
Oh God. It'd be good to. I think now is, if you're quite a visual brand, now is better time than ever to maybe have a look at this new shopper experience on Pinterest, because it could be a good way to take advantage of a customer base that.
You might not think about selling your products via Pinterest, but now that it's easier to shop, it might be worth considering. The things that work really well on Pinterest are home decor, jewellery, DIYing, crafting, and clothes work really nicely as well.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for, now that it's just being rolled out, so it's a good opportunity for any business owner, no matter how big or small you are, to get your foot in that door and like make people on Pinterest realise who you are. If you've got your shopping, if it's separate from the images and the shopping's at the top, people are going to be looking, people are going to be browsing it, seeing something they like, because it's so much easier now, and they're not going to have to go through the faff of trying to find your product. It's become a much more streamlined system.
Yeah.
So there's potential there to actually bring in a lot more traffic and conversions to your website.
If you are fairly new to Pinterest, create a Pinterest account and just get pinning, see how it works, get used to the mechanics, understand that it is just online scrapbooking, and then start looking into selling your products. That's it for this week. Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed it, and you've got some helpful information away that you can take away and use. We look forward to talking to you next week. Bye!